Well, unfortunately, it happens sometimes. You get injured, you go to the emergency room for immediate care, and then you end up waiting for hours, spending a lot of money at the same time. And that's where Avecina Medical comes into the picture. We've got Dr. Saman Soleimani. Correct?
Absolutely.
Soleimani, Dr. Soleimani, I love that. And he's the president and CEO of Avecina Medical. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so I want to go into we were talking before the show that actually Avecina Medical has been around since 2005, right?
Correct.
And so how did you end up here on the scene in Jacksonville?
Basically grew up in Jacksonville, been here since I was 12 years old, so this is my hometown, and despite traveling everywhere and getting education outside of the city, when it was time, I wanted to come and serve the community. So I was an attending assistant professor at University of Florida for several years, and then decided to kind of go on my own and start a private practice. And I felt like there was a huge vacuum in the urgent care field because so many patients can't get to see their primary care doctors or pediatricians, just lack of access. And we started Avecina Medical back in 2005.
And so we were talking that what makes it different, Avecina, from say like your, ER or quick care, that we see around town here?
Sure,
What's the difference?
there's definitely been you'll see kind of freestanding ERs, usually are named after one of the bigger hospitals in town that have popped up over the last couple of years. And really the biggest difference is that if you go into those facilities, it is just like going to a hospital. So your fees and your bills will be extremely high. I think even Channel 12 did a news story about a year ago about it, because if you walk into a freestanding ER for a sore throat or flu, or you cut your finger, you're going to be billed as you're going to get a facility bill. The doctor is going to have a separate bill. If you had an x-ray, that would be a separate bill. You literally, for something very, very simple, you could end up with a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bill, which is completely different than, an urgent care center, because those rates are already contracted with your insurance company. And besides paying your minor copay as you would, that's about the only fees that you're responsible for.
And I find that interesting. I'm not sure most people know that. I didn't know that. I was not aware. So
most people do not know, and they really almost don't find out until they get their bill from the freestanding emergency room a few weeks later.
Yeah, that's a surprise. Surprise that nobody wants. Okay, so maybe somebody's at home today and maybe they're sick. What kind of ailments and conditions do you actually treat at Avecina?
Sure, we pretty much, short of you having a trauma level 1 or 2, we pretty much see it all, from injuries. All of our facilities have state-of-the-art equipment, digital x-rays. We have laboratories in-house. We're open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 8 to 5 on weekends. Whether you were hurt on the job, you were in a motor vehicle accident, whether you got sick, flu, strep throat, sprained anything, cut something, pretty much we kind of do it all. We have in-house chiropractic treatments for patients that have had motor vehicle accidents or need other sorts of physical therapy. So we're pretty, our services are pretty extensive. And
so we also, maybe so if you do come in, say you have a strep throat or you have something that you need something stat, you need the results back immediately,
sure,
you can do that on premises or not?
Right, we have many labs that the results are available instantly, whether it is the strep test, the flu test, urinalysis to rule in or rule out urinary tract infections, pregnancy tests. So we have a whole series of that. And then we also have tests that you may not necessarily need immediately, that we can send out to the bigger labs, and usually the results are back within 24 to 48 hours.
And you know what was cool? We were talking about, actually, a lot of patients are coming into Avecina as, say, their general practitioner. They're just seeing them on a regular basis there at Avecina, right?
Right. What happens is we have patients that come in just because of the ease of access, that they don't have to call and beg for an appointment. They don't have to take off work because we are open till 8 p.m. and we're open on weekends. They can come in.
And holidays?
And holidays. And they literally can come, be in and out in 45 minutes or less, where they sometimes have to beg their primary care for an appointment or so on, that they just end up coming and seeing us. We obviously have patients that have their primary care, and if they come and see us, we always send a report back to their primary care to let them know what that visit entailed, so their primary care always is kept abreast of any care that was given outside of their practice. But we definitely won't turn anybody away if they want to use us as their primary care.
And you mentioned your locations. You have 3 locations here in Jacksonville.
Correct.
And really anywhere in town, you're pretty much 15 minutes away, you said?
Yeah, we
for
kind
main
of
location?
we planned it well. We've triangulated the city pretty well. That we have a location at the Oakleaf Town Center, which is in Orange Park. We have an office in Julington Creek on corner of San Jose Boulevard and Racetrack Road, and we also have one on Southside Boulevard across from Tinseltown.
Tinseltown.
So literally, almost no matter where you are in Jacksonville, you probably are not more than a 10-15 minute drive away from us.
That's perfect. Not that we want you, but we definitely need you here in Jacksonville. So,
Absolutely.
Dr. Salamani, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
And special thanks to Avecina Medical for sponsoring this segment. And for more information and a look at their services, visit avecina.com. And remember, they have 3 locations right here in Jacksonville.